Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the Spider Game Zone, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can defeat Haderax the Invincible at Salvador with just 3 pieces of gear, because we all know Salvador's OP. Now I'm making this video for those of you who maybe don't have the time to farm for the specific weapons and gear you need for a killer build, as that can be very time consuming. So I'm going to be limiting the essential gear to just 3 items for you to focus on if you want to kill Haderax. But these 3 items isn't all you need, you also need a small strategy as well, which I'll get to at the end of the video, and you might get a hint of that from the gameplay. These 3 items will get the kill for you, but not as good as if you built this out a bit, so consider them the bare minimum, as you'll likely have an easier time with a few more pieces than I have here. So the first piece of gear you need is a Lady Fist. You get this weapon by completing the mission Uncle Teddy, which can be obtained from Arid Nexus Badlands towards the end of the main campaign. This weapon is essential as it boosts critical hit damage by 800%. This will be used as your offhand weapon while gunzerking and boosts the critical hit damage of your main hand weapon by 800% as well. Because of this, the level of the Lady Fist doesn't matter, but the best versions would be either a Slag Lady Fist to keep Haderax slagged, or an Incendiary Lady Fist to deal more damage. The next item will be your main hand weapon while gunzerking, and that is a Conference Call. This thing absolutely melts anything with a big hitbox due to its unique pellet spread, and it's important for getting Haderax into his vulnerable state without having to directly see his weak spot. You can obtain a Conference Call by defeating the warrior, and since that is a one-time thing, consider setting up a character for farming it. You can also get one by defeating the handsome sorcerer at the end of Dragon Keep. The ideal conference call would be a practicable incendiary conference call, but a normal one should do just fine. I'm using a standard practicable conference call in this video. Lastly, the final item is really anything that has a good chance at slagging Haderax, as this makes the fight a whole lot quicker. A purple slag longbow transfusion can work well, or a slagger, but Haderax in general is very difficult to slag. I was only able to slag him once with a crossfire slag grenade, so it is difficult, but not totally necessary. Unless Haderax enters his healing state, this is where the slagger is very useful, and I'll get to that a bit later on. Now you'll notice I'm using an unkempt Herald in my 4th slot, but anything can go here. A Grog Nozzle would be best as it can heal you. I'm using a level 72 shield to show that what I have as a shield here isn't important for this video. You'd probably want to replace this with a B. And I also have no mod or relic equipped, but if you had one, this would be a whole lot easier. Moving on now to the strategy, and it's pretty straightforward really. When you pull the lever, you want to get up on this rock as quickly as possible. Start gunzerking, jump the gap, and chuck your slag grenade at the place where he pops out. He will always pop out of the same place. Then start shooting at his mouth. Ideally, you want to be shooting as he is coming out, so you can hit his crit spot while he's emerging. Then you just repeat this process for each hole he comes out of when you can. You can tell which hole Haderax will emerge from by noting the previous hole he came out of and the one he went into. He will then come out of the hole that he did not enter or exit from. Each time Haderax enters a hole, he will fire homing slag spikes which will target you. Now these do a lot of damage. You can shoot them to avoid taking damage or jump off and hide behind the rock. You'll see me doing both here. Be mindful of the sandworms. You want to make sure one is always around so you can get a kill to get your second wind in case you go down. After continually shooting Haderax in the face, he will eventually go down. This is what's known as his vulnerable state, and this is where you want to be gunzerking and focusing on the inside of his mouth. Most of the time you will be able to kill him from here, and that will be the end of the fight. But if you don't manage to kill him, like I do here in another attempt, Haderax will go into healing mode. While he's healing, he will first pop out of one hole and go into the next. He will continue to do this throughout the holes in the arena. So make sure you look around the arena to find which holes he's coming out from. To prevent him from healing, you want to slag him with the slagger. I find the slagger to be the best weapon in this situation. Once he's finished healing, revert to the conference call and Lady Fist, and he should go back down very soon. And once you've got a good sightline of his mouth, just hold down the triggers, and then you can bask in the glory of all that sweet, sweet loot. So that's all for this video. Here's a confirmation of the gear I use, showing you that really all you need to kill Haderax at Salvador is a conference call, Lady Fist, and something to slag him. Obviously, you will want to improve this by adding a mod and a relic, and a better shield. Here's a look at my build. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if it helped you out. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.